This right here is the Bad Monkey. A long time ago, a young Derryl Vi went to Scarborough Town Center and saw 4 pedals. He saw the Digitech Metal Master, the Death Metal, and then came the Bad Monkey. And during my search for tone, as a young wee lad, I asked a lot of people, what do they think about Digitech products? And the first reaction that I got was, no, it sounds too digital. It sounds like... And to my ignorance, I kind of fell for it. So, but anyways, I was on Kijiji, and then I found this pedal at our local swap shop, and it was like, priced at $125 before tax. And I said, that's like a rare, kind of like a rare Pokemon that just showed up out of nowhere. I said, let me get to that store, let me go pick it up, and let's find out how this pedal sounds. So I have my main rhythm sound. This is the Fortin Nameless Suite, and this is the sound that we have. Now let's activate the pedal. And that right there tells me that this pedal actually sounds pretty decent. So we're gonna actually just dive deep into this. I'll show you exactly how I set this up. So I'm just gonna keep the rhythm sound the way it was. If I just turn off the pedal, I'm gonna set everything to noon. We just have 4 knobs, very, very simple. We have a level, low, high, and gain. So this is the sound that we have. If we turn on the pedal. Okay, so I'm gonna do what I usually do by setting this up to Tube Screamer settings with the level all the way up and the gain down. And we're just gonna tweak with the actual EQ knob. So I'm gonna start off just like usual. I wanna clean this up with the highs. And then I'm gonna mess with the lows a bit, just to get rid of that woofiness. Let's hear the spectrum of the lows. Okay, so let's look into the gain. I'm actually very happy with this purchase because the regular Tube Screamer would just have like your volume, your tone, and your gain, whereas the Bad Monkey has a little bit more of a versatility because of the low and high EQ knobs that we have, and it brings a lot more, sort of like different sounds than a typical Tube Screamer, but it sounds pretty darn good. Let's just work with the gain a bit. Let's see how far we can go. If I turn that off, just for the sake of comparison. Okay, so to lower the tuning, it brings a little bit more bass to the amp. So let's just cut that. Let's cut with the lows, bring it down a notch, and bring the highs just a little bit to compensate. Okay, so that's a bit much, but we're almost getting to that glassy sound, which I actually kind of like. If I cut down on the gain, set that to 0. So even as we get to the lower territory of down tuning, the Bad Monkey pedal actually sounds pretty decent for this type of applications. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you do see a bad monkey for a reasonable price, I got this pedal, you know, at the swap shop for like 125 bucks. It's a little bit higher, but I thought it was fairly decent. If you do see this pedal, I highly recommend that you snag one and don't pay hundreds of dollars for it. But if you're lucky to get something as low as this, I think it's an excellent buy. So thank you so much for checking out the channel. If you like what you see, leave a like if you want to, and please subscribe to the channel if you like this type of stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.